I went home, I read my script for the NBA, of course, no. Like I said, this is what movies is made of. You come back 51 games, missing sellout crowd, Target Center, and you get the ball with 7 seconds left, no timeouts, you gotta make it. I mean, this doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. So to be able to come up big for my teammates was, all I've ever wanted to do. Sitting on the sideline, I just wanted to be out there to help them and contribute to winning, and I'm glad I was able to do that tonight.
How'd the body feel out there after?
Good. I honestly can tell you, I didn't know I played 26. It felt like I played 35. So, but I feel good. Just being aggressive, trying to find my spots. I'm always not trying to step on toes. I'm just trying to be aggressive, assert myself into the game. I felt like I did that tonight. Even with shots not falling the way it was, my efficiency not being what it is, but just finding ways to help my teammates, which is, draw attention, get easy layups for my teammates, help with doing all the little things, I'm just very happy that I was able to go out there and contribute in a big way.
Karl, just what was the day like getting ready for this? Emotions coming to the arena, like just going through your routine again for the first time in forever, and then just, being introduced and hearing the ovation that you got.
I mean, shout out to the fans, just the love they gave to me coming back. I mean, it truly helps, and it really is appreciated. Sitting in that house for so many days and not being able to play basketball, only being able to watch the TV. It's crazy. I understand how people feel at home when you're screaming at the TV, telling the players what to do, and then they not doing what you're telling them to do. It gets frustrating. So. I'm just so happy that I'm in this spot where I'm able to contribute, and today was one of those days where I felt the whole day, I didn't feel really nervous. You're coming back, you feel nervous. I just felt like I belonged in this jersey. I belonged in this jersey. I've earned the right in the moment to be in this jersey. So coming here, it just felt like a normal, a game day before I got hurt, and obviously emotions are running high. I'm just so happy, to be on the court. I'm excited to go back on the court. But for me, experience just kicked in, just keeping my emotions in check, just truly appreciating moment, but not letting the moment overcome me. So I felt prepared the whole day. I came out the gate looking very prepared, but the game changed a little bit before I got hurt. So I had to, get accustomed. I had some defensive lapses that was things that we used to do before I got hurt, and then when I got on the court, I had no idea we had changed some coverages and principles of ours. So the teammates, I have to shout out my teammates, all single one of them. They were very patient with me. They understood that I was trying to find the flow, understand where the team was, because I wasn't there. We haven't had a practice with each other. I've come into this game with no practices with anyone, no shoot around, just walking into the game, tying my shoes and saying, let's go. So it's like I said, today was one of those days. The whole day I was just feeling so blessed to be able to know that I was going to put this jersey on and I was going to contribute to my team. And who would have thought 7 seconds left, I get the ball, get fouled, 3 seconds left, you're going to the free throw line for 2. So beautiful moment. Like I said, it's what movies is made of, it's what dreams is made of. And I'm glad my movie had a good ending.
You have, in some ways, a much different team personnel-wise around you with Mike. Rudy's playing differently. Ant, when he comes back, how are you feeling just in terms of your comfort level with the guys around you?
I feel really good. I feel really good. I think that, I feel I've worked tremendously hard on my game where I'm able to gel easily with others, and I have an IQ that allows me to, like I said, even today, no practice, no shoot around, find people open, understand that there's be pockets. I think one of the best things we did today is when Nas came up, he set a screen, he slipped out, both of the guys tried to double team me at the 3-point line. Nas is wide open at the basket. I feel like that's one of the bigger plays in the game. It gave us a chance to score when they were scoring. It stopped the bleeding a little bit. But like I said, I don't know how much more times I could express it. I'm just so blessed to be out here. I'm so happy to be with these guys. I mean, Jaden McDaniels was special. Rudy was special tonight. Every single person was special. We got a lot of good contributions from everyone, especially Nas, who's just been playing fantastic, and in my absence has truly got to show the world and everyone why he's so valuable to us. And he's just a special player. I've known him since we was young, and we was on the same AAU team, and I've always known how special he was. And I'm just so happy that the world gets to recognize it on a daily basis.
Carl, you referenced the fans and the love you felt before. I think in the 4 months, between the injury and now, a lot of fans were wondering how you were doing. We didn't hear a lot from you. We heard a lot from the team in terms of how you were doing. Did you feel that frustration, and why maybe was there so much silence around your recovery process?
I just think that it's a tricky injury. It's a real tricky injury. It's your calf, and I don't think anyone thinks I have Andre Iguodala calves or anything like that. So I have pretty Robert Covington sized calves. So I knew it was a significant injury. I knew I didn't have a lot to work with, but everyone was just really worried about the re-injuring, and it could have been so much worse in the beginning. And then if I get back out there too quick, wasn't already feeling right, but at the same time I go on the court, I could do way worse than what I just did. So I just think it was such a tricky injury that everyone was trying to figure it out, and together, we at the end of the day we found a way to make it happen. Feeling very recovered. MRI ultrasounds are great, so for me to be able to be in the spot, to have a calf, to just feel like I could walk and do stuff on a regular basis without having that pain and having that huge tear in my calf, it's a blessing to be back, and I think, for my teammates, they were wondering the same thing, like, a week goes by, it keeps going by, there's no update, they're trying to figure it out, I think, like I said, I've never had a soft tissue injury, so this is something that was totally different to me than what the 2 wrist injuries I've had, so different experience. I learned a lot, so much respect, for those guys who come back from those tough injuries and continue to play at a high level.
Just maybe to sum it up, you just didn't want to give anybody false hope for like when you'll be back here or there or anything like that.
Things happen in the whole process. It didn't go as fast as we would like, but at the end of the day, I think everyone's just happy that we're at this point.
When you were in the huddle prior to the last play, what was going through your mind when you kind of knew you'd probably be getting the ball?
Oh, I'm getting the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, the game is over. Oh yeah, no.
Was it also your plan always to drive on callers, or was that?
Oh yeah. I heard him from the bench say, "Don't let him go right." Exactly when they said it, I went right. So, you got one hell of a player in front of you like John Collins, and you got to have your best. And I know he's going to play his best, and I'm going to have to use my best. And I know going to my right hand, it wasn't working as well today as it usually was, but I have total trust in it. And seeing how overloaded the left side was, and there was a single coverage on the right, I wanted to use it. I wanted to use that side, get to my right hand, and do what I do best and make the shot. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to, but got the foul, drew the contact, got to the free throw line, and I knew when we went back to the bench and they were reviewing it, our bench said that we were going to get the 2 free throws. And as soon as they told me that, then me and Ant both looked at each other and said the same thing. Game's over. 2 free throws for me that's game set match. I don't think anyone in our team was doubting I was going to miss, and I didn't have one doubt in my mind I was going to miss either.
Carl, Finch was talking about how Nas needs to continue to be, part of this rotation. He wasn't at the beginning of the first 20 games when you were out there. That's going to mean you're playing next to another quote-unquote big center, whatever, a lot, probably all the time. What goes into defensively being able to make that work when it's you and another big out there?
Well, obviously, when you got Nas out there and you have me out there, it's a total different coverage than having me and Rudy out there. You got 2 guys who can switch at the ball and also play high wall and do a great job with keeping up with guards. So it's going to be a great different look to give teams, especially in the playoffs when, if one thing's not working, we could instantly go to another thing and another coverage. So like Finch said, I agree 100%. Nas Reed has to find minutes in our rotation. He's playing too well, too consistent to not be in the rotation, and he deserves the minutes. So whether it's got to come from me or we have to be creative with how we do this, but he has to get some minutes in this game because he's just playing way too well. Every night he's going out there and he's earning his check. So we got to find him some minutes because he's going to be super valuable in the playoffs when we need him the most. We got 2 bigs who, last part is just it's not a secret. We got two bigs who have always been foul prone in their careers, so to have another guy we can throw in there and feel just as good about, it's a very comforting thing, I would think, for Finch.
Do you think you're going to see the most single coverage of your career in this next? I mean, it was predominantly single coverage tonight. You think Ant's coming back here too. Like, it feels like you're going to have more space to work, right?
I don't know. When I was with Jimmy and everyone, I was getting double team, triple team. When I was with D'Lo, in the beginning of the year, I was getting double team, triple team a lot. So I don't know. I don't want to put out a omen out there that yeah, for sure. But like I said, since day one, I'm gonna take what the defense gives me. And if a defense allows me to, have those high scoring nights, then I'm gonna take those. And if they have me having a low scoring night, high assist night, then I'm gonna take that. I just gotta be patient every single game and just take what's given to me. Tonight was one of those nights, like you said, there was some single coverage. I was able to attack and be more aggressive. So, like I said, just take what the defense gives me. Don't be in a rush. Just use experience. I've been around the block a lot, so with this game of basketball. So just continue to just use my experience every single night.
Carl, welcome back. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
As Jaden's really grown here over the last 2 months especially, he's gone over 18 points, I think, in 8 of his last 10 games, 7 of his last 10 games. Just what have you seen from him from the time that you went out to where you are now, and how important do you think somebody like Jaden and Torian Prince are as guys that are connectors that really can play with anybody on your roster?
Yeah, like you said, those guys are the connectors of our team. I was even at Kyle Anderson, real the glue of our team. They really make everything work. So just continue to instill confidence in Jaden. I think that Jaden has such a high talent level. We all have seen it on the team. We've knew since last year. We just knew how special he was. We knew when he was a rookie how special he was. Just got to continue to instill confidence in him. I think when he's coming out playing confident like he is and aggressive as he is right now in these couple games, it's very hard to beat us when you have that kind of weapons on your team and you have someone who's now realizing how much firepower he truly possesses in his game. So just continue to encourage Jaden, continue to instill confidence in him, continue to open his eyes to the realization that he's him. It's just point blank. He has to just realize it, and he knows it, and we got to keep making sure that he takes those glasses off and realizes it.
Carl, welcome back. It was a packed house, everyone in here tonight, and when you had those 2 free throws, you could hear a pin drop, and the whole attention was on you. You seemed to thrive in that moment. What was going through your mind when you couldn't hear anything and everyone was staring at you right there?
I was smiling a lot, just in my mind. I know on the court probably didn't show it, but even before I got the ball with 7 seconds left, I was smiling. I just had a good feeling that the game was going to go the way I wanted it to. So the play was immediately drawn up for me. Finch looked at me with everyone around and said, "You're going to get the ball, and it's yours to take home." So, shout out to Finch having that confidence in me after 51 games and all the things I have had to deal with. So when I went up there for 2 free throws, like Ant, I looked back at Ant. Ant was telling everyone he ain't missing. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I just knew in my bones I was gonna miss. I've worked too hard on my game. I've been in those moments too many times. Like I told them, I didn't have one fast heartbeat at all. I felt pretty confident. I felt pretty calm. I feel like I had that Jaden McDaniels demeanor up there, so I was just going up there and make those shots.
How was it adjusting to play with Mike Conley? Obviously, it's a new look, but talk about the adjustments you made and then how it was actually playing with him.
Yeah, I mean, we were figuring each other out during the game. We were talking a lot because we have never come close to playing with each other. Like I said, I never had a shoot-around or a practice to get accustomed to this game tonight. I really just kind of walked in and played. So in the game, just trying to figure out how Mike is, but Mike's he's such a cerebral player. He's such a high IQ guy as well. And what I love about Mike right now is that he's getting aggressive. So when he's getting aggressive, an aggressive Mike Conley is a dangerous Mike Conley for us because he's done nothing in his life but be a fantastic player, and we just wanted him to continue being that. Don't want him to make him just an all-passing guard. I think that he has a lot of offensive skill and things that we could utilize in winning games. And tonight, when we needed some big shots, I think it was he took a step back three, counted as a 2, but it was in the heart of the game when the game could have went either way. An aggressive Mike Conley is a dangerous Mike Conley.
For sure. Last question from me. What kept you uplifted during your injury? Like, who were the people in your corner, or what were some of the things that kept you, motivated going through that?
I have a great, if anyone knows me, they know how important family is to me and my family is to me, and they've just kept encouraging me through this whole process. An amazing agent, Jessica Holtz, just always pushing me forward, always telling me, that things are going to be good on the other side. Just continue the process. Have an amazing girl that just continues to instill confidence in me and continues to, take care of me in any, in ways that my mother did. So just being nurturing to me and really making everything feel possible, and just have amazing friends and support system that I can't neglect. They've made me laugh when the times were real hard and the smiles weren't there, and they've also reminded me what I've done before in my career, and when I come back, I'm just gonna pick up where I left off and be even better. So, I got a lot of people to thank, but I think all of them know who they are, and they've been very vital in me coming out tonight and playing the way I did tonight after 51 games and hitting those big shots when I needed to.
Thank you.